Nyahallo! Welcome to my cozy corner. Today we're gonna have a nice story about the bridezilla with a long hair. So get cozy and enjoy the story. Hi, mid-20s F. I'm getting married. My fiance, late 20s M, and I are paying for everything for a bridal party as we want their support without anyone getting in debt for us. As we know, not all our friends are in as a good a financial position as we are. However, I'm having a problem with how much it's going to cost to do the hair of one of my bridesmaids. The bridesmaid, Addie, early 20s F, has extremely long, thick hair, past her knees. I don't think she has ever cut her hair. Addie is the best man's late 20s M wife who also has extremely long hair. Due to the length of her hair, the hairdressers that I'm using has advised that to do Addie's hair is going to cost double due to the current length, as they will need to dedicate just one person to do her hair, as it will take much longer to do her hair. Oh, the English. So much hair. Hair this, hair that. Ah, you can tell. It's getting a little tough here. Another stylist will be able to do the hair of the other three bridesmaids in the same amount of time. We had a trial, and it took 50 minutes to do Addie's hair compared to the 20 minutes each for the others. You know, that's fair if you have a very long hair. Speaking from experience, it didn't look as nice as the others due to how much hair was braided up. I don't want to have to pay for an additional person because Addie's hair is ridiculously long. Addie's husband had already said he will cut his hair so that he looked neat, but won't say when it's getting cut. I mean, that's nice of the husband. I asked Addie to also cut her hair to at least her waist, so that it's of similar length to my other bridesmaids. To the waist, I wonder how long that hair is. Addie was upset when I asked her to cut her hair. She got upset and told me that I was being sensitive, asking her to cut her hair, as I know that she doesn't cut her hair for cultural reasons. I honestly thought this was a reasonable request. It's my wedding, surely. She wants to make me happy. Famous last words. Addie said it was one step too far for her, as I had already asked her not use her rosemary hair oil, as I didn't want her to smell like a woody scented hippie at the wedding. The stuff stinks, but she swears by it for her hair. Addie suggested that she did her own hair, but I said no, as I want my bridesmaids to all look the same, and she'd look different if she did her own hair. I asked if she would pay the £200 that I'm being charged extra for her hair, and she refused, saying she can't afford it. Eddie has said that I'm being a bridezilla, but I disagree. I don't think I'm being unreasonable. Eddie has since spoken with her husband. He's now told my fiance that he won't be cutting his hair either, and will be instead putting it back nicely. He wasn't happy that I was pushing Addie to cut her hair. Fiance isn't bothered because he just wants his friend next to him. But I'm upset that they're not willing to do this one thing. I thought I would come to Reddit to ask if I'm being the butthole in this situation, just for an outsider opinion. Am I being a butthole? I don't think I am, because it's not unreasonable to ask someone to do something for my wedding. But Addie thinks I am, as she doesn't cut her hair. Well, I do think you're being a little bit of a bridezilla Come on, bridesmaids don't need to look all the same. Like, what for? Who cares? Nobody cares. Let her do her own hair the way she wants to. And I'm assuming it's a really, really long hair. As she said, she can't cut it because of her culture. I understand it's gonna be a little hard to make some specific hairstyles, but my verdict is AITA. Or, no, what am I saying? It's YETA, like YTA. Yeah, that's how you say it. That's my verdict. Although, there are updates as well. Let's read her update. Edit. Okay, I realize I'm a butthole. I'm going to call Lady later and apologize for asking her to cut hair, but ask her if she would prefer to just be a guest, as I would like to have my bridesmaids all look the same. She keeps saying the same thing. Girl, nobody cares. They don't need to look the same. Alright, let's go for the edit too. Okay, I get it. I'm the butthole. That my apology plan doesn't sound great. I'm going to talk with Adi and revisit the idea of her doing her own hair. And maybe look for another style that will work better for all the different hair lengths and types my bridesmaids have. While I would like my bridesmaids to all look the same, I know it wasn't right to ask her to cut her hair or kick her out of the wedding. I asked her to be a bridesmaid as her husband is the best man. We aren't very close, but they are a package deal, and I know he wouldn't want to walk down the aisle with anyone else. I respect that. I respect that these are his boundaries, and I should have respected that with Adi. I have asked her not to use the oil just due to the fact she can be heavy-handed with it, and one of my bridesmaids is really sensitive to smells, and it can be strong. When I asked her not to wear it, she was okay with it, as she understood and didn't want to cause the other bridesmaid a migraine. You know what? That's fair. This is a a redeeming arc, and you know what? I'm gonna agree with the oil thing if it's really that overpowering, because I also have sensitive nose. I'm very sensitive to smells. As you can tell, I'm a cat. We are very sensitive to these things. So if there's like too much perfume, too much of this or that, I don't feel good. I also get a headache, and I just can't breathe properly. So kudos to that. He was fine with that, and I'm glad the apology went well. Oh, but there is another update. Let's go for edit 3. I have spoken with Adi. I have apologized for asking her to cut her hair. Congratulations, that's great. I have offered to take her and her husband out for dinner next week as a way to apologize for my lack of judgment. I have asked Adi if she was still open to doing her own hair. If not, I will pay the extra money. Adi says she would prefer to do her own hair. We have agreed to do some hair trials next weekend to see if we can find a style that suits her. That's good. Adi has advised that her husband is still upset that I asked her to cut her hair, as he felt as if I was being pushy. But she said he will calm down in time. Adi and I are also going for lunch in the week, so we can get to know each other better. Her husband adores her, as she's a lovely person, and I should get to know her, as they are a big part of my fiance's life. Thank you for opening my eyes, Reddit, to how I was being. I'm hoping I can forge a friendship with Adi and not damage my fiance's relationship with her and her husband. Nothing better than a happy ending. Well, leading to a happy ending. Now I have to say she was definitely in the wrong, and I'm glad it all got resolved. I hope you enjoyed this story, and if you did, click on a like. and tell me what you'd like to see next. Thank you for watching. Bye!